One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you are here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
For as long as I can remember.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
You shouldn't pester me with your questions, but I'm going to pester you with my questions instead. How well do you know the others at the school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why'd you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
I agree. Do you have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
How has Smiling Mountain helped you train?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Have you heard anything special about me?
I have heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Li has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
Lots of information on Gao, all negative.
I'll answer what I can.
I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Master Li.
He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in the Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital. He is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study. I'll answer what I can.
What do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
The Lotus Assassins? Why would you be worried about them?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Scary. Why are people questioning the direction the Empire is taking?
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Do you know anything about the rumors of ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. And try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
Well, we've already talked to her. What can you tell me about places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Everything. Tell me about the Imperial City.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
It sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do people from the city tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Lee out here. The Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls. I know little about those 2 provinces, though. I'll answer what I can.
Is that all you have to say? No, you're fairly new here. Tell me more about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you to the school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you're done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Well, one step at a time. Take care.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
This is the main building of the school. That's where we need to go to talk to Master Lee. Oh, Tho Fan, the Old Tongue. The second official language of the Jade Empire. There are people that speak Tho Fan.
Typical.
It's a made-up language. A silly made-up language that sounds weird. I'm not a fan, to be perfectly honest. I'm not a fan. So this is Gao. I'm not going to speak to him just yet. First I'm going to go up here. There are a couple more students we can fight.
Oh, senior student. Not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
Sure, why the unfair odds?
With all due respect, we would be no challenge for you individually. We could learn much from seeing how you deal with more than one opponent.
Well, so would I.
Smiling Mountain usually lets us fight in groups if he has enough students available. But learning from you is a chance I wouldn't want to pass up. If you have time, that is. I would not wish to impose.
I agree, even though you have a spear.
This is good news! We'll try to go easy on you.
So, you're going to go down first. You can switch targets if you need to, with either tab or the mouse wheel. I use the mouse wheel personally. Wrecked.
That's enough! I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Okay. Here there is a tomb that we can interact with. It's dedicated to the old master, former instructor of the school. and we can give an offering, but we have no silver yet. So we're going to come back to that. That is a side quest, which I'll be doing all of apart from one, which is closed fist specific. Monkey. I think that's everything we can do right now. So let's talk to Gao.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
Oh, Gao. Such a nice person.
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time worrying about my education. Master Li certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness?
What did I do to earn this belligerence?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Okay. Well, with that attitude, I don't think you're going to learn much. Let's talk to Master Li.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Perhaps I will train others as you have trained me.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you've been defeated. I love that line. Why would you do that?
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
What would you have me do, Master?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
I will do as you ask.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Nice. Ooh, the mini-map. You can just click the right mouse button to change that. I'm not going to be having it open for the most part. Find Dawnstar. We have to get a weapon. And we get to meet Dawnstar, which is nice. School gate here. There are actually 3 exits from the school. Through the gate, through that way, which leads to that little tomb where we fought those 2 students. And this way, which leads to the training ground. There. I don't think there's anything that we can pick up around here. I don't think so. Can we loot these? No. Just have to make sure I don't miss anything. Down here, which is all very pretty. And there is Dawnstar. And Gao.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
What an ass. I certainly hope I am interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
No worries. I don't like seeing you upset.
That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone.
You know about the bandits. Master Li said to get a weapon from Gujin.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
Not really, just that I'm going to fight a great evil.
Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant for great things, but you must discover them yourself. It must be so frustrating, but exciting as well.
He has told you similar things. You have talents too.
It is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are unknown. My skills will always be darker. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Sounds like we'd make a good team though. Please don't put me on a pedestal.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart? Let's go get your weapon from Gujin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
Let's go together.
Of course. Good company will make the walk go faster.
Follower gained. Nice. You can only use one follower at a time. Here's a follow screen. You can set them to either attack or support. Dawnstar uses a longsword to attack, but her support recovers your chi, which is really nice. So I'll be having her on support. In fact, I'll be having everyone on support for the majority of the time, probably. I just like doing the fighting myself in this. Here is a spirit font. This heals your health and chi to full. And then over here, we have a focus shrine, which refills your focus only. What do we have here?
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
Oh, some actual enemies. When we were training, our harmonic combo would not work. But it will with these, because we are allowed to kill them. So let's use our power attack, which has slowed this guy. You will notice that it puts a little timer down beneath their feet. Now if you use the power attack of your main style before that runs out, which I did not do, you will... Oh my god. I'm failing because I'm having to talk. There we go. Now quickly do this. And boom! Isn't that... gross.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
Blood and gore, how lovely.
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
That's why the game was given a mature rating. Here is Gujin's shop. You can go around here, but there isn't anything here, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to make sure, though. There are pigs, I know that. But nothing else. There is this guy, though, that we can talk to.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I'd better let someone else have some fun for a change. Can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're gonna sneak around.
Everyone is needed.
No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be a rock picker in my grandfather's field.
Oh.
Guarding the gate looked easy. I never thought bandits would actually come. Please don't let them get me. Don't let them.
Okay, well you'd better stay here then. Let's get a weapon.
This building is Gujin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
Yes, we will. Gujin. He has very, very long eyebrows. And he speaks Thofan, so... fun.
Uyoir Shatyir Uksayanan. Sawani Karpa.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Hello.
Swoir Ufir Wakwanpa.
Ah, sorry for here. It's, well, that's Thofan. It's just a dumb, made-up language that tends to be just the same repeated voice lands. Of course. I mean, come on. It's BioWare. The language seems to be mostly made out of ear sound. Sayir, Wufayir, Sonair.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here?
Thank God for that. Although there will be plenty of people who just speak Thofan, but we will humour it.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since.
Ooh.
Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Where did he get these weapons?
I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star.
A longsword or a staff? I'm going to be going with the longsword, because I think it's way better. And it gets really OP towards the end of the game once you've leveled it up.
They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
You would think that, considering spears are such a pain in the ass to fight against, they would be good to use, but I'm not a fan of using it either, so I'm not going to be using that. Couldn't you give whichever weapon I don't pick to Dawnstar?
I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet. I'll explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Li wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
Which in game terms means that using your weapon uses up focus, and I suppose Dawnstar doesn't have enough focus yet to be able to use one. Let's hear about the longsword.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it.
Longsword. I will take it.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
So you can try out a weapon, and then if you don't like it, you can switch. I will not be switching, though. Is there anything else?
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon, and the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
Okay.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
Does Master Li know?
Master Li hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns.
Very well. Run back to the school and warn everyone else.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
We do. Unfortunately, Dawnstar will be on support, so she won't be using hers, but there we go. The martial arts. Legacy of Master Li. We've completed a book set, so we've gained a technique. We've gained +7 to focus, which is pretty damn good, granted by studying the books in 2 rivers. Very nice. There's a focus shrine there. We don't need to replenish our focus yet. We will after this. Let's switch to our longsword. As we know, this uses up focus. A tiny bit of focus at this point. And when you kill enemies, you sometimes get orbs that replenish your stats a bit. Wrecked. Utterly wrecked. Now we need to act fast here. I want... Move! Jesus! We have to act fast here because this peasant can die.
Anyone in our way, we'll strip this village bare! I can't face them alone! I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
So if you don't go in there and attack these guys quick enough, they will kill that dude. Let's go down here first, though.
Thank the heavens you came down here. They're animals.
There's a bunch of guys. Take down the spear guy with our weapon first. Jeez, he did a lot of damage.